Hi everyone, my name is Guransh Dua, studying at Deakin University, student ID 224279408, and I'm currently studying a bachelor's of software engineering honors. As a part of my continuous professional development assessment, I'm required to conduct a professional interview with experienced industry practitioner to understand better professional practice beyond technical skills. So I've Neeraj with us today, and I proactively sourced this interview opportunity by reaching out through my professional network and connecting with my industry professional outside of my placement team. And I was particularly interested in gaining insights from somebody working at a strategic product level in a large organization. And he's a very experienced lad. And thank you so much for agreeing to participate. I appreciate your time and insights, and I confirm that this recording is solely for academic and assessment purpose. Thank you so much. Yes, you can start.
Yeah, thanks, Goransh, to giving me a chance to have a conversation like this. So, myself, Neeraj, and I'm working with Cognizant as a senior architect. And my role in the Cognizant is senior manager projects. And I'm working on different flavors of the technologies like AI, ML, and some cloud-based projects from last 1.5 decade. And I'm holding approximate 16 years of experience in the area of video engineering and drafting some solutions, building solutions for different customers like Charter, Comcast, and Time Warner, Warner Brothers, Discovery. So there are so many big names in the industry. So I'm working with. Yeah, this is just my brief intro. Yes.
Thank you so much, Neeraj, for your introduction and the experience, the vast experience you have right now is like over 16 years, and the work you are doing at your company is very appreciable. And me working as a AI intern in the Code Blue Labs company at Dubai, and it's a remote job, so I need so much experience and insights from you would be the best thing I can actually have. And the answers to my questions you'll give, I hope they are very new to me, because I'm right now at a very basic level, and very as an intern you don't get that much involved in a company. So I would love to have answers from you, and I would love to have the depth in the answers, and the honesty would be the best thing you can give it to me in an interview like this. So the question I'll be asking you on the basis of my internship would be the communication and stakeholder alignment. In the large product environment, how do you align engineering term teams and a business stakeholders when technical constraints conflict with commercial priorities? And how do you communicate with the clients in the your deadline, the commercial conflicts you
Yeah,
guys have?
it's
Thank you.
a nice question. So I would like to break my answer in three steps. Like, so I will translate it first, then I will quantify it, then I will collaborate, right? Right. So in a, I can give you a real example, right? So I'm working in an video domain, video engineering, right? So there was an incident at some streaming platform. So there was a business launch for to stream 4K content, and we need to deliver within 2 weeks for a major sports deal, because there was some World Cup event was happening, and we need to deliver that. But actually, our CDN was not able to handle even the 30% of the traffic. Right, that was the example, and there was a kind of a conflict between commercial things and our technical capability things. So how we handle it? So my approach was to, as I said, I translate technical terms into some business impact, right? So like I said, so our current infrastructure, which was capable of handling only 30 to 40% during the peak hours, right? And having some buffering, so which was impacting approximate 2.5 million in a loss against the our active subscriptions for the client. And also I'm coming up with some kind of a quantify solution, right? So if we can go with some full CDN upgrade, right? So if we can pay that much license fee, and we can have a zero license loss from the customer, and there will be happy customer and happy their end customers. So in that way, I just resolve that conflict between commercial and technical things. And also you can say that kind of things are happening in every project, and as a professional, we should be having a skill to handle in a better way.
Thank you so much for your answer. Like it was a very fruitful answer. The way you like divided the questions and reacted to that in the three parts, like quantifying it, accepting the question, and accepting the result, and like answering in the real life. It is very fruitful for me as a basic intern, and then not being inside of the company at a very top level, but you guys having so much responsibility, and the stakes are very high at your level. And how do you guys react to the how do you guys react to the loopholes, and how do you communicate with the business stakeholders and the technical constraints with the and the conflicts that you guys have? It's very fruitful and very new for me to like like listening to these question that these question answers. So yeah, I'll be moving on to the second question, which will be ethical and responsible decision making. The topic would be this, and the question from my side would be:
Mhm.
when you're developing an air driven or a data centric product for the client, how do you navigate the tension between the speed of delivery and the ethical or the regulatory compliance with the client? And how do you guys have that in your company, and how do you guys react to that?
Mhm. Yeah, again, this is very nice question. Nowadays, we have to build every other solution with AI enabled technologies, because that is a demanding area from the customer side. So how we are handling this? So in that, because AI, we cannot take a risk, because this compliance and ethical things, if you are working in a different geographical regions, like in Europe, there is some different compliance. In US, there is some FIPA and some other kind of a FIPS compliance, right? So we need to meet every compliance. So how we are doing? So we are committing our customer first. We will be giving you MVP features. MVP, if you are aware of, that is a minimum viable product we are breaking as a POC, right? So if you are giving us something, then we are breaking our product into some small chunk of deliverables. Like, so if you are giving me, we need to develop some features, 10 features of a product, right? So we are first doing one feature as a POC, and in parallel we are doing some compliance testing for remaining features and the existing feature, right? And then we are doing the parallel development of remaining features, right? And because we need to meet the timelines as well, right? Because we are committed towards the customer goals, because everyone wants to bring their product early in the market. So we are doing the stage rollout, right? So like, we are not rolling out the complete product to the entire market, right? So as soon as our product is ready and it is our testing compliance testing is completed, then we are rolling out to only 5% of the traffic, and then we are getting the feedback from the different users using UATs, right? And also, if our feedback is coming as a good, then we're rolling out to the larger traffic and in the production market, right? So in that way, we are just strategize our different deliveries, whatever coming through AI or maybe the non AI as well, right? So the result, I think that there is a one of the program where we have done the similar thing, right? So there, we and ourselves, we were competing with one of the biggest, our competitor. So they also did the same thing, we also did the same thing, but we succeeded. And the another competitor, he is failed, and he is being fined for 170 million breaching the compliance things. So that was the one of the use case study we are bringing whenever we are having that kind of questions from inside or outside.
That's a really insightful response. Thank you, Neeraj, for explaining in such depth. I particularly found your perspective on a balancing technical realities with the decisions you guys make is very strategic and very valuable. It's helpful to hear these challenges and how do you handle in a real product environment, especially at a leadership level, as someone still developing developing, so like at a professional level. It gives me a clearer understanding of how I should approach similar situations in the future, and the kind of mindset I need to build according to that actually. And yeah, like, and how can I develop my both technical and professional skills moving forward. So yeah, we'll move into the last question, and I'm very thankful to you that giving me so much good answers. The question I would ask you would be on the topic scalability and
Mhm.
the strategic thinking and and the decisions from a product leadership perspective. How do you incorporate scalability and system limitations into early stage of the planning, when the client brings something to you on your table? How do you guys like plan it, and because of the system limitations you guys have and the scalability issue
Mhm.
also sometimes in an early stage planning, and rather than just treating it them as a technical afterthought, because some companies do think that okay, we'll handle it afterwards. Like, how do you guys plan in the early stages of the scalability, and at what point should engineers begin considering scalability in their work? How do you like handle this, and how do you what do you think about
Mhm.
this topic?
Yeah, that is again very nice question because we are coming through different proposals from different customers, and this is the one of the I can say the common question every customer is asking when we are planning any solution and when we are designing their product, right? So when we are designing our product, so that is our first requirement. So we need to build a scalable solution, right? So I can give you an example, right? Uh, so in our early days, I think 6 7 years ago, so we developed one of the solution. At that time we were not aware of in future it is going to scale. At that time the requirement was we need to build a solution, a streaming platform, so which can deliver 100 users, right? So 100 users can stream one of the specific content without any problem. So we designed our architecture, and we designed the solution based on the customer requirement. It served 100 continuous streaming to the parallel streaming to the 100 customers. It was happening perfectly. Then again the customer came to us and he said, so we are facing some technical challenges when we are having 100 plus users are watching that thing. Then we don't have the answer because we said this was the requirement you given to us, it should be 100 customers. And that's why it is when you 101 customer is streaming that content, then you are getting these failures. Then the customer asked, now I want you have to scale it. I should be able to see 1,000 users. But that time our product we designed the product in a way where we cannot change the architecture and make it scalable up to the 1,000 users, right? So then we need to do the work from the scratch, and we need to build the solution again from the scratch, and we delivered the same thing. But the learning from that thing came, right? So we developed a solution. Now every solution we are developing, and nowadays we are using cloud technologies, I think so nowadays we have auto scaling, right? So we are enabling auto scaling, which is not hampering any customers infra cost. Whenever there is a user demand is happening, then it will scale up the infrastructure, and it can deliver how many, maybe millions of the customer can access the same content, right? And when in the night, there are less number of people are watching this thing, then infra is automatically shutting down, and it is not impacting the customer's cost. So it is a very kind of a good solution nowadays people are adopting, and we are also adopting. When we are delivering any kind of solution, then we are enabling auto scaling and the similar things for other solution, non streaming solution, wherever solution we are building with the auto scaling things. It is helping customers needs, customer revenue, increasing the customer revenue, and preventing their losses. So So in that way, we are handling that kind of scaling and the product strategy, how we are dealing with.
Thank you so much, Neeraj, for your sharing your experience and insights today. I've gained valuable perspective on communication, ethical responsibility, and strategic thinking within product environments. Your advice will significantly contribute to my professional development as I transition from academic learning to a job professional someday. I really appreciate your time and willingness to participate. Thank you so much for your so many good answers and the beauty of the answers they were so technical and so reliable that I could just transfer some of the answers in my professional interview if I give one. And the way you reacted to the questions, there was no harsh harshness, or there was no panic in your voice. So I really believe you enjoyed this session, and thank you so much for your commitment, and giving me so much time. And I really appreciate your
Yep.
time and willingness again to
Yep. Thanks
participate.
for giving
Thank
me
you
a
so
chance
much.
to
Have a
have
wonderful
that kind of
night. Thank you
interaction
so
with you.
much,
Yeah,
Neeraj.
thanks.